Hey, what is up, guys? How is it going? I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back, everyone. If you don't know who I am, my name is Ian Toon Cortez, and this is my true crime channel called Murder is Dumb. If it is your first time, welcome. Thank you for taking a look at this channel. And if you are returning, well, welcome again. Thank you for staying on this journey with me. It's cool. I love doing this, and I love telling stories to you, every one of you. So on this channel, if you don't know, I post pretty much anything related to like the true crime genre. I did post about Scientology. Knock on wood, I'm still here. Thankfully, they didn't kidnap me. I'm not missing. But yes, I did do a video about Scientology and also the legend of the cocaine bear. So it's pretty much crazy stories and stuff, and mostly true crime. Today we have a true crime case, and today's case is the case of 8-year-old Sandra Cantu. This case is a doozy. I hate the ending. It sucks, of course. So I hope you guys enjoy and hope you like it. The abduction of 8-year-old Sandra Cantu sent shockwaves to the small community of Tracy, California. So Tracy, California is pretty close to me. It's a couple hours away, and it's a relatively small town. It only has about this much people in it. And as this case garnered national attention, the investigation into Sandra's disappearance was fraught with twists and turns, and it ultimately led to a surprising and chilling conclusion. Today, I'm going to be examining the events surrounding Sandra Cantu's disappearance, the subsequent search and investigation, and the ultimate resolution of this case. So, strap in, buckle up, let's get down this bumpy road into this case. Sandra Renee Cantu was born on March 8th, 2001. It's only making her 1 year younger than me, which is crazy. Like, I was born in 2000, so it's crazy to me. And since she was born on March 8th, 2001, that makes her a Pisces. So she was obviously born in Tracy, California to Maria Chavez and Daniel Cantu. Sandra was a beloved member in her family, which included her older sisters and 3 older brothers. She was raised in a close-knit and loving environment, where her family made sure that she was always surrounded by warmth and support. And from a young age, Sandra was a bright, energetic, and outgoing child. She was described as having a bubbly personality and a contagious smile that could light up a room. Sandra was known to befriend anyone she met, showing kindness and compassion at even a young age. She attended Jacobson Elementary School, and at the time of her disappearance, she was in 2nd grade. As an 8-year-old, Sandra enjoyed a variety of activities and hobbies that were typical for a child of her age. She loved spending time with her friends, playing with her Barbie dolls, and riding her scooter throughout the neighborhood. And she also expressed her creativity through drawing. She also had a deep love for animals, and her family spoke of her desire to become a veterinarian when she grew up. Sandra was cherished by her family and was especially close to her mother, Maria Chavez. Maria was a constant source of love and support for her daughter, and their bond was evident to all who knew them. And Sandra's siblings also played an important role in her life, as they all shared a strong family connection. Sandra was known to have a close circle of friends, both at school and in her neighborhood. She was also a playmate of Madison Huckabee. Remember that, okay? Sandra was just an amazing, outgoing, extroverted child, which for me sounds like a nightmare because I'm an introvert. So this brings us all to the tragic day of March 27th, 2009. Sandra was last seen alive on surveillance footage, skipping happily down the street in her neighborhood. And if you know this, it just makes it super chilling because this is the last time that she's ever seen alive. Later that day, when she failed to return home, her family immediately reported her missing, and the police quickly launched a search operation. The whole community came together to support the Cantu family, and everyone aided in the search for Sandra. Hundreds and hundreds of volunteers, including friends, neighbors, and strangers, all combed the area in search of Sandra Cantu. The Tracy Police Department was assisted by the FBI and together conducted a thorough investigation into Sandra's disappearance. They interviewed a lot of people, including residents of the mobile home park, including friends, family, and neighbors, and followed up on hundreds of tips and leads. As days turned into weeks, the search for Sandra Cantu just grew increasingly desperate. And the more and more days they hadn't found Sandra, the more that her family feared the worst. So on April 6, 2009, 10 days after Sandra vanished, a black suitcase was found in a nearby irrigation pond. Inside the suitcase, investigators made a devastating discovery. The lifeless body of 8-year-old Sandra Cantu was inside of the suitcase, stuffed. The whole community was left reeling from the news, and the focus of the investigation shifted to finding Sandra's killer. In the surprising turn of events, 28-year-old Melissa Huckabee, a Sunday school teacher and neighbor of the Cantu family, was arrested on April 10th, 2009. Melissa Huckabee was also a mother, and her daughter was a playmate of Sandra's. Her name was Madison Huckabee. And Melissa herself was known to the family to be a friend. The revelation of her involvement in the crime was a shock to the community, as no one could fathom that someone so close to Sandra could be capable of such a heinous act. Melissa Huckabee was charged with kidnapping, rape with a foreign object, and murder. Her trial, which began in September 2010, was closely followed by the media and the public, who were eager to understand the motives behind such a senseless act of violence. And in the end, Huckabee pleaded guilty to first-degree murder, avoiding the death penalty, and on June 14th, 2010, she was sentenced to life in prison, without the possibility of parole. Good job, justice system. You did good this time. The tragic and devastating case of Sandra Cantu left a lasting impact on the community of Tracy, California, and the entire nation. This case is also a reminder of the importance of community involvement and cooperation with law enforcement in search for missing children. In the wake of Sandra's murder, efforts were made to strengthen laws protecting children from predators and focus on improving them. Although her life was tragically cut short, Sandra Cantu's memory lives on throughout her friends, family, and the broader community, prompting them to reflect about the importance of child safety and raising awareness about the dangers that can sometimes exist within one's own neighborhood. Melissa Huckabee tragically murdered Sandra Cantu, and she is going to be in prison for the rest of her life, so thank goodness. And if you guys were just wondering about Madison Huckabee, she got custody. Oh, wait, no. Her father got custody of her, so she's not with her mom anymore that killed an innocent child. So thank goodness on that. She doesn't need that in her life. But yes, this case was tragic. It sucks. People that murder children and do heinous things to them are trash. And I didn't get into the autopsy all too graphically because it's terrible. What happened to Sandra, how she died. She ultimately died of asphyxiation, but there's so much more than that, and it's just horrible. I don't feel comfortable talking about it on YouTube for some reason. I mean, I will go in depth later in the future, but again, it sucks. But anyways, guys, that is today's video. I hope you liked the case of Sandra Cantu. I hope it made you mad, because it made me mad when I learned about Melissa Huckabee being a random friend that killed a family's daughter. Well, this has been Murder is Dumb. My name, again, is Ian Toon Cortez, and I hope you enjoy and stick around on this wonderful true crime journey I am taking. Anyways, time to get coffee. Bye, guys. I hope you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. Hey guys, so sorry. I forgot to do the outro. So here you go. Have fun, don't be dumb, and don't murder anyone because murder is dumb. Bye.